This is day 272. Start again tomorrow. So you can start again tomorrow. There's a moment that comes after a bad day when the whole thing feels shaky. You missed the mark. You did less than you wanted. You look at the gap between what you meant to do and what you actually did, and the stupid side of your brain starts making its case. Maybe this is slipping. Maybe you are slipping. That is usually the real test. Not whether you had a perfect day. Not whether you felt strong, clear, and locked in from the start to the finish. The test is whether you come back tomorrow. The test is whether commitment can survive contact with failure. Commitment is not proven by never falling off. It is proven by getting back on quickly. Perfection makes small failures feel final. Perfection has a sneaky way of turning one imperfect day into a false ending. You miss once, and suddenly it feels like the whole streak is contaminated. You fall short in one area, and your mind starts acting like the entire effort has lost its meaning. That is nonsense. Dangerous nonsense. Perfectionism does not just ask for excellence, it asks for purity. It says if the effort was not complete, clean, and impressive, then it barely counts. It makes you sweat the small stuff until you lose sight of the big thing. It takes a living commitment and smothers it under a giant weighted blanket of overanalysis, guilt, and hesitation. What does that way of thinking actually produce? Usually not better work, usually not deeper character, and usually it just produces paralysis. You wait for the ideal day. You wait for the right energy. You wait until you can do it in a way that feels worthy of the standards that you have in your head. And while you wait, the real work sits there untouched, and that is the trap. A commitment does not become serious when you do it flawlessly. A commitment is serious when you keep doing it. Every day is every day. That is what gives it weight. Do something, and then do it again. One of the most helpful ideas is also the least glamorous. Just do something. Not everything, just something. There are days for heroic effort, fine. But most progress is not built on heroic effort. It is built on repeated effort, small effort, incomplete effort, effort that would look unimpressive to anybody watching from the outside, but still counts because it kept the line from breaking. That matters more than people think. Failure is not the opposite of commitment. In a strange way, it is part of commitment. If you're pushing at the edge of what you can sustain, if you're trying to become more disciplined, more honest, more capable, then you're going to have days where the thing wobbles. You're going to have days where you do less, miss pieces, lose momentum, or feel like a dead man walking through your own plans. That does not mean stop. It means adjust and continue. This is how you raise the baseline, not with dramatic speeches to yourself, not with one huge day that makes you feel reborn for 12 hours. You raise the baseline by continuing after the wobble, by making your fallback point stronger, by refusing to let a bad day become quitting day. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Consistency beats intensity because intensity is loud and consistency is durable. Intensity gets attention, consistency builds a life. Imperfect steps still count. A lot of people quit because they think progress should feel like a clean climb, straight up, clear effort, clear reward. But real movement looks more like switchbacks. You move, then you stall. You regain ground. You drift. You tighten up. You start again. Still climbing. That is the part worth remembering when your day did not go how you wanted it to go. Imperfect steps still move you up the mountain. A short effort still beats no effort. A return still matters. A reset still counts. The point is not to create a life where you never falter. The point is to create a life where faltering does not get the final word. So if today was uneven, let it be uneven. If you missed the mark, admit it plainly. No drama, no spiral, no long prosecution from the courtroom in your own head. Then start again tomorrow. Better yet, just start again right now. Do one thing before the day ends, one clear thing, one healthy thing, one piece of the commitment that proves the line is still alive.